Good morning, folks, and welcome to this Thursday morning edition, December the 1st, 2022, of A Moment in the Word. Hang tight. Folks, yesterday I was talking about, studying God's Word, being in God's Word. I also mentioned about meditating on God's Word because we should as we study. But today I really want to talk about meditating on God's Word, and here's where I'm getting this from. Just go and open your Bibles, okay, in Psalms chapter 1, verses 1 through 6, and it reads as follows. How blessed is a man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, nor stand in the path of sinners, nor sit in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. He will be like a tree firmly planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither, and in whatever he does he prospers. The wicked are not so, but they are like a chaff, which the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. Let's go back to where it says, who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked. Okay? To walk in the counsel of someone is to follow their ways. You're following their ways, okay? Are you walking in the counsel of man, or are you walking in God's counsel? Are you following man, what they're doing, or are you listening to what God is saying and applying it to your lives? Okay, that's the question here. A man is blessed if he does not follow the ways of the world. Okay, blessed is also transferred in the Greek as happy. Okay, so blessed, happy, goes along. Okay, the word translated wicked can also be translated to evil. So the advice for a path into happiness and blessing begins with avoiding all of that evil. Okay, all the wickedness. To be happy or blessed, don't listen to people who are evil or wicked. Listen to God the Father. Listen to Jesus, okay? Follow him. Let's go on to where it says, nor stand in the path of sinners. Sinners are those who break the law of God. We break the law of God, and Jesus took care of the law on the cross, okay? But Jesus stated that the essence of the law of God was to love our neighbors. Remember? Love our neighbors like ourselves. That's in Matthew chapter 22, verse 39, if you want to look it up later. Sinners, all of us, we desire to do the opposite. We desire to live on our own, in our own way of thinking sometimes. And that's why we need to transform our lives. And we can't transform our lives without Jesus. We need to ask Jesus to transform our way of thinking. Get rid of that stinking thinking, we hear all the time, okay? And meditate on God's word. That's the only way we could live in this earth, is to meditate on God's word, to live, to apply biblical principles to our lives is by meditating. Let's go on down here to nor sit in the seat of scoffers. Now, the context here would indicate the thing being scoffed at is what? God's law. And God's law directs us to love others and to serve others rather than to put folks down or to, go in their ways. The scoffer, they may gain great pleasure at the expense of others. I know some people like that. So do you. But they actually find misery and loss. Okay, they are the most unhappiest people in the world. The folks that talk about each other all the time and look down on each other. But the consequences, the wages of sin is always death. And we find that in Romans 6:23. So, folks, the whole point I want to make clear today is make sure that we are not only studying, not only reading, but you're meditating on God's word. Well, that's part of studying, okay? But it goes hand in hand. But Psalms 1 came to my mind today, and it's right here. How blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked. We need to walk in the counsel of the Lord and nobody or nothing else. Okay? There's no other way. Folks, I hope you meditate on the Word today. I hope you study God's Word. I hope you hold God's Word close to your heart. I hope that you live by God's Word. You know, at least strive to live by God's Word in everything that we do. Folks, you have a great December 1st. Okay, it's going to be the end of the year before we know it. And until then, we'll see you tomorrow on another edition of A Moment in the Word. God bless. Love you guys.